It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otters Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. Now let's head out for the pregame.
It's time for some Otter hockey tonight on Channel 977. Also, thanks for tuning in on our stream on the Fergus Now app, also on YouTube. Just search KBRF and you'll come right to it, or kbrfradio.com. Mark Johnson with you tonight from the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The Otters are coming off that nice 4-3 overtime victory. Rachel DeBrito, 2 minutes, 11 seconds into the game with a one-timer from the left point, beating the goaltender Massman for Sartell, Sauk Rapids Rice. That was a nice win. The Otters are 2-1 on the season. Prior to that, on Thursday, November 13th, they beat Wilmer by a score of 4-2. And they opened up with a loss to Marshall 7-0, but we'd like to play them again now. But we are in Game 4, and we are taking on a very good Wayzata team coming out of the Lake Conference, playing at the PIC, the Plymouth Ice Center, down off of Highway 55. And between that and County Road 9, this is a Wayzata team that is very good. They've got 24 new players into the program this year, and looking forward to see what they have. They beat White Bear Lake in their opening game 8-1. They beat Hopkins 8-1, and they beat Bloomington Jefferson 6-0. But they love to come up here and play the Otters. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with our interview with our head coach, Isaac Vattenstall. We'll have that after this break.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
It's Otter Hockey tonight on Channel 977, also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on KBRF on YouTube. I'm joined by Isaac Vattenstall, head coach of the Otters. And, wow, Isaac, here we are already. It goes really quick.
Yeah, it's like I told Craig Olson the first time I talked to him. It's a long season, but it's a quick season. Once you're in it, it's going.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's talk about Game 3, 4-3 overtime win over a good Sartell team. But I tell you what, a lot of fight in this team, isn't it? We got down 3-1, and then we get a goal from Brindley, Scholl, and then one from Maddie Brimhall. But just talk about this team and the character of staying in that game.
Well, the thing that's fun about it is there's a no-quit attitude. And we got together at the beginning of the season, broke up in little groups and just said, what do you want to be known for as a team? What do you want your identity to be? And it was grit, and it was no die effort, all the time, all over the ice. And they wanted to be the team that other teams didn't want to play. And I think Sartell, got a little bit of a taste of that, which I think was great. And I hope it just carries through, throughout the season, but certainly the next couple games.
And one of your captains, leaders, Rachel DeBrito, stepping up, and she's got a hard shot. Went point to point, came from down low, and that was really fun and exciting. And the girls were really pumped. The fans and the announcer was too.
Yeah. Well, I think it was nice to get that win, because I think when you work that hard, you come back, you're down 1-0, you're down 3-1, you keep climbing. It would have been kind of deflating to get that loss. Not that that's the only reason that you play the game, but I think it's nice when it does go your favor. It gives a little bit of a boost of confidence that, we can do this, right? So I think that was a good motivator coming into the week, and they had a great week of practice coming into this game too. So,
and also talk about the JV a little bit too. We had a tying goal by Franz and late too, but a lot of excitement, and our JV's been playing well.
Oh, it's been awesome, and I love that goal with 3 to 4 seconds left. They were pressing, and every time in between the periods, between the second and third, we'll go in, we'll have a conversation. I'll join the coaches and really just make sure we're emphasizing the right things and the correct things and things we work on in practice. And the JV are doing just as good as stepping up during their games what the varsity is.
We take on Wayzata tonight. We lost to them last year, I think, through two in a tight game. They got a lot of new players. We have new players getting experience too, but it's fun to play a team from the Twin Cities. I know they play Alex tomorrow night, but what do you know about Wayzata?
Well, I think the thing I like about it is you're playing a team that's used to playing at a higher level. Just because they're AA doesn't mean they're necessarily better, but they are used to playing at a higher speed, higher pace. They got to make quicker decisions, which we have to be ready for. So I think that's I don't know much about Wayzata specifically, but I think the biggest thing for us is that we just have to make sure that we keep our head up and keep moving and keep the momentum that we had from Sartell going regardless of what is on the scoreboard.
Now, Olivia Jurgens going in goal tonight, correct? And Ella had a great game against Sartell, and it's good to have two goaltenders kind of vying for that net.
Well, and I kind of gave them the kind of example of the Wild, going back and forth between the Wall of St. Paul and Gus. And, as long as they're supporting each other, which they are, and they're competitive with each other in a good way, I'm hoping it goes back and forth the entire year. I'd love to see that. But maybe at some point somebody will have a stance like Wallstead did, and we'll have a goalie there for 3-4 games. But until that happens, I think we'll probably keep doing this. And it's been great to give them both a little bit more of exposure.
All right, Isaac, let's have a good one tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mark. Thanks.
All right, Isaac Vattenstall, head coach of the Otters, come back after this break.
The Chevy Red Tag Sales Event has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. You can take advantage of savings of up to $10,000 on the Chevy Silverado or great financing offers like 2.9% APR for 72 months. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Customer must take delivery by December 1st. Chevy, together, let's drive. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Serving you best. Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics Bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Our pregame show continues as the Otters hosting the Wayzata Trojans tonight. Looking forward to this one. Should be a awesome game here. Maybe there's two things running at the same time. It should be fun to see what's going on here against this Wayzata team. Again, they came up last year. We lost to the Trojans 3-2. Remember, that was a good game. It was early in the season. Tomorrow night they'll take on Alexandria, but they do like making this trip. I was talking to their coach, Brad Podiak, before the game, and they really enjoy coming up here. And so it's now time for our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. And we'll go through the Otters at this time. First of all, starting in goal tonight will be number 35, Olivia Juergens. Juergens stopped 22 out of 24 shots on that win where the Otters won 4-2 over the Cardinals back on Thursday, November 13th. At 1D will be number 7, freshman Brindley Harris. She got her first varsity goal. It was the first goal of the game at Sartell. The other D partner for her will be Rachel DeBrito, one of the two captains on this Otter team. And Rachel had the game-winning goal in overtime, 2:11 into the overtime. And that was assisted by Hannah Johnson, I believe it was Kenzie Zinder. But that was a nice goal. Slap shot, left point, beating goaltender Massman. Up front tonight in the first line, starting at center, will be senior and one of the captains, Hannah Johnson. And on her right side will be senior number 5, Ashlyn Wohlers. On the left side, junior number 10, Aubrey Nelson. Again, the JV scored tonight. They lost 4-0. They tied Sartell last week 4-4, and so that was a good opportunity for the JV last week, but they ran into a good Wayzata team tonight. Again, head coach Isaac Vattenstall in his first year, assisted by Justin Arneson, Ellie Anderson, and those guys doing a good job here with the JV and also assisting in the varsity. For the Wayzata Trojans with a record of 3-0, they will start Angie Alvarez in goal. Alvarez is a freshman, and talking to their head coach Brad Podiak before the game, said she's been great in practice. Jackshaw has been their main goaltender. She's a senior, but Alvarez in goal tonight. At one defense, number 15, junior Noelle Noble. Noble 2 goals and 5 assists on the season. Her D partner, Allison Noble. She is a sophomore and has 1 assist on the year. Centering the first line tonight will be number 10, Ava Moldy, 3 goals and 6 assists. Right wing will be Vanessa Swenson. She has 3 assists on the season. She is a senior. And on the left side, their leading scorer with 8 goals and 3 assists already, 11 points to start out the year, Julia Ostapek. And those are your Nelson Auto Center starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. Now time for our Viking Cafe keys to the game. And it will be, first of all, as we talked in our last game too, it's the kind of continue playing with structure, but with athleticism as well. You know, kind of using that structure you're put out there with. And again, Isaac Vattenstall is the new head coach, so some different looks this year. The other thing is going to be hard on pucks. There's nothing that you can do to stop a team that's hard on pucks. You got to still score goals, but, you know, winning those compete battles and the likes. And the other will be playing strong in the defensive zone. You know, that's something that's oftentimes overlooked in hockey, that good play in the D zone and then a clean breakout. Those are our Viking Cafe keys to the game, brought to you by the Viking Cafe. But a great crowd here tonight and a good opportunity to see a different team. Of course, Wayzata playing in Section 6AA, and they play in the Lake Conference. So it'll be fun to see what happens here tonight against this Wayzata team. They got 636 girls in their high school program. And again, a lot of newer players. They did lose some players to transfers. I guess 8 players transferred from Wayzata. just like is happening all over high school sports, much to a lot of people's chagrin. But should be a fun one here tonight. Looking forward to this one. And again, it'll be Juergens in goal, DeBrito and Harris, and up front, Hannah Johnson, Ashton Wohlers, and Aubrey Nelson. The other lines for the Otters will be Brynlee Scholl centering Maddie Brimhall and Avery Tunnison. And then Anna Sim centering Ella Dirkman and Katie Berggren. Then Atlee Duckwood centering Claire Duffy and Abby Schumann. The D partners again, Brindley Harris and Rachel DeBrito, Kenzie Zinder and Shay Katzenmeyer. Again, Olivia Juergens starting in goal tonight. So we'll take a short break and come back with more here on our pregame show.
The 2025 model year closeout pricing has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They have just a handful of new 2025 Chevy and Buick vehicles remaining, and all of them are at their lowest prices of the year. From the Chevy Blazer to the Buick Enclave, you won't want to miss out on these great deals. Contact the sales team for more information.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Here we're back, and maybe we can put on the ice, Dave. Should we put it on get an ice shot here for the starting lineup? So again, they announced the Otter little buddies. And again, Olivia Juergens starting in goal here tonight for the Otters. So getting her second start of the year. And Brindley Harris, again, she got her first varsity goal last week, so that was exciting for her. And then Rachel DeBrito got the game winner, so it's fun to see that take place. And again, these two teams played last year. Both different teams in a lot of ways, but they end up squaring off here. The Otters lost here by a score of 3-2. So Aubrey Nelson, Ashton Wohlers, and then Hannah Johnson rounding out the starting lineup for the Otters. So looking forward to this one. The 2-1 Otters and the 3-0 Wayzata Trojans. So we will take a break and come back. We'll drop the puck. Again, it's the Otters and the Trojans here tonight on our streaming channel and also on KJ Country, or Channel 977.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe, with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Hey, welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The Otters and the Wayzata Trojans. And again, we're set to go here. Friday night hockey. Thanks for tuning in on 977, also streaming on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. And Hannah Johnson will face it off here against Ava Moldy. And the Otters are going to win the draw. Comes back into the Otter zone. Brindley Harris goes after it, but it's taken off her stick. Wayzata walking in. That's Ostapik with a shot on goal. Here's Moldy behind the wet net. Sure is number 10. Brings it out high to defenseman Noble. Noble, a shot goes into the corner. Ashton Wohlers hustling back after it. Good start here for Wayzata with some pressure on the Otters. Rachel DeBrittle sends along the boards to Ashton Wohlers. She'll try to move it up, but now Hannah Johnson will pick the puck up and ring it over to Aubrey Nelson. Otters got to get after a good start here. Don't want to play from behind. Goes over to the far boards. Wohlers will carry it off the boards. Tap forward by Hannah Johnson. She will hop off. And Brindley Scholl will come on. She had a goal in that win over Sartell. Shot by number 10, Moldy, goes up and over Olivia Juergens. Headman pass trying to find Avery Tonneson. And on comes Maddie Brimhall, who had a goal against Sartell as well. Pressure here, though, by the Trojans, sent out to neutral ice. And after it are the Trojans back behind their own net, trying to corral it there, but good pressure by the Otters. Maddie Brimhall with a shot side of the net. Save made by Alvarez, the goaltender. Puck out to neutral. Here comes Lexi Morris. Lexi Morris centering the third line for the Trojans. Kenzie Zender does a good job getting her off the puck. Quick shot from the side of the goal by one of the assistant captains, Shalabu. You spell that name Kallebo, but it's pronounced Shalabu, and there's a shot on net and a save by Olivia Juergens. Again, Juergens was in net, stopped 22 out of 24, and that 4-2 win over Alexandria. And Anna Semna will take the face-off against Christy Russo. Otter third line against the Wayzata second line. Wayzata wins the draw, comes out to the blue line. Carried to the right side. Number 26, Dakota Kurtz. Now Brindley Harris will pick it up. Harris, a freshman, had her first varsity goal against Sartell. So early pressure here by Wayzata back behind the net. Trojans try to play it out front, but DeBrito will pick it up. Here's Rachel. She's going to go for a skate. Off to Katie Bergeron, picked up by Anna Sem. Now at neutral, here's Anna. She'll send it in. We got a line change for the Otters. And defensively, it's Shea Katzenmeyer. And also Kenzie Zender. Up the right side comes Sergiu. Sergiu bothered there by Aubrey Nelson with a good stick. Aubrey sends it into the Otter zone. Otters are going to go on a forecheck. Left behind the net. Picked up there by Aubrey Nelson. Back out to Katzenmeyer with a shot. And the blocker save made there. Puck tapped forward by the Otters. They'll hold the zone. Sent in by Kinsey Zender. Hannah Johnson will stay on the forecheck. Working there against Allison Noble. They'll go D to D. Pass out to the wing to the near side to Sergiu. Sent back in by Maddie Brimhall. Hannah's going to get off. And on comes Avery Tonneson and Brindley Scholl. She'll join Maddie Brimhall. Here's Avery with a puck. Avery with a shot there, blocked out front by the Wayzata defense. Moldy tried to move it out. Otters keep some pressure on here. Here's one of the captain, Noelle Noble, centering pass to Moldy. This first line looks pretty good here. Moldy up to right side. Moldy behind the net. Bothered there by DeBrito. And then Tonneson. Moldy still on the puck. She'll pill it out. High dot. High slot. They get traffic out in front. And Maddie Brimhall will move it out of the zone. It was tipped, so the Otters will get a clean change here. They're going to change all 5 at once. Katie Berger, Nana Sem, and Ella Dirkman. Far side. Nice nifty move by Noel Noble. She's a junior captain, defenseman, good skater. Puck picked up by Katzenmeyer. Here's Shea with a puck. Shea, rink-wide pass. Now it's picked up by Katzenmeyer. Shea will gain the zone and send it in. Otters will go to work in the forecheck. Bouncing behind Alvarez, the goalie. But we're going to have a body check. So a check, and the Otters are going to get a power play. And that is number 28, Wayzata, into the box. A body check at 3:03 of the period. So body check at 3:03. Here's Hannah Johnson on the draw against Moldy. Otters are going to control the draw. Hannah's tied up behind the net, tries to get away. Wohlers will pick it up. Ashton dropped it back for Hannah. Nobody home there, though. Sent out near boards, kept in. Now out. Here comes Moldy. Moldy up the left side. Trying to work it in. Moldy still behind the net. Shadowed there. Moldy, a very good player here. Seeing that early on. Out to the far point. Shot in traffic and a glove save made there by Juergens. And so a good glove save there by Olivia Juergens. And we're set to go here. Juergens makes the save, and Brindley Scholl, along with Avery Tonneson and Maddie Brimhall, on in the power play here. Off the face-off. Otters control the face-off. Comes to the near side. Maddie with the puck. Sends it but not out. Now it pops out to neutral zone. And sent back in. There, number 12, Regan Williams. Otters with 1:10 left in this power play opportunity. Here's DeBrito. Rink-wide pass. Karam's off the board. Maddie Brimhall trying to gain the zone. Picked up by Brindley Scholl. Brindley drops it for Maddie. Maddie makes a nice move. Right side to DeBrito. Shot blocked. And it pops out to neutral, and it's picked up by Hannah Johnson. She'll send it back in. Otters have 47 seconds left in the power play. Good stick that time by Avery Tonneson. On comes Aubrey Nelson. Hannah Johnson will tap it across the boards, but it pops into the Otter zone. And here comes Aubrey Nelson. Otters got to be hard on the forecheck, hustling after it there. And they call an icing call on the Otters. So 30 seconds left here in the one-man advantage for Fergus Falls. So 30 seconds left in the one-man advantage. Face-off here at center ice. No score here. 11:25 left to go in the first period. Otters going to control the draw. Picked up by Kinsey Zender. Now to Shea Katzmeyer. Back to Kinsey. Headman pass to Wohlers. Back to Kinsey. And the Otters will send it in. Moldy will go back after it. Sends it to Noble. Noble up the left side. 10 seconds left in the power play. Otters not able to get set up on that power play opportunity. That'll do it. Here's Katz. Drops it for Kinsey Zender. Out to Avery. Avery Tonneson. She'll skate it up through traffic. Taps it forward. Maddie Brimhall. Otters needed to check back up. The Otters are off sides. No score. Here 10:47 to play in the first period. Otter boys open their season tomorrow down against the Marshall Tigers. That game was to be played today, but seeing Marshall had an opportunity maybe to be in the prep bowl, they ended up moving that game to Saturday. And so it'll be tomorrow down at Red Baron Arena. Otters will get going about 2 o'clock thereabouts. JV game before it. There's a shot missed wide right of the net. Puck bounces behind Olivia Juergens. Katie Berggren after it along with Brindley Harris. Picked up by Katie. Trying to move it out. Kept in on the near boards there by number 20, Christy Russo. Battle behind the net. Set her out front to Russo. Shot and a goal. First save was made, but Russo followed up with the rebound. And it's 1-0 in favor of Wayzata. You can see on the replay she'll get a feed from the corner and then follows up the rebound shot. So it's 1-0 Wayzata here on the Park Region scoreboard. This goal comes at 6:42 of the period. So number 20, that's Russo's second of the year. And a face-off at center ice. Assist going to number 26, Dakota Kurtz. Here come the Otters. Here's Ashton Wohlers. Takes it wide. Ashton Wohlers. Ball to Hannah Johnson. Tried to get a stick on it. She was tied up there in front of the net. Puck back out to neutral ice. Here come the Trojans. Here's Moldy. Sends it through the slot. Comes over the near side. Good hustle here by the Otter defense. Now Ashton Wohlers. Picked up by Aubrey Nelson, but a good stick by Moldy here once again. They bring it out to the point. There's Kurtz. Shot in traffic. Where's the puck? Bouncing in the slot. Nearby, Liga Jurgens tried to get on it, but it bounces over into the corner. 9.5 minutes to play in the first period. Shea Katzenmeyer, yep. Olivia going to try to get her stick picked up again. Here, Hannah Johnson steals the puck away. Here's Hannah up to right side. Hannah going to go for a skate. Coming in on goal. Hannah walking in. Backhand shot. Did it go? Hannah Johnson ties it up. Goes 5-hole and beats the goaltender Alvarez. So Hannah goes up the left side, gains the zone, beats the D, and backhand, and it goes in for Johnson's second of the year. 1-1. So Fergus Falls now at 7:48 of the period. So Hannah's second of the year. And Brindley Scholl on to take the face-off. And we have an offsides call. So an offsides call. So Hannah's second of the year. We'll see if there's any assists on that one. And here comes the face-off. And the Otters are going to control it. Brindley Scholl taps it into the zone. They leave it behind the net. And now the Noble tries to sneak out with it and does so. Up the right side, nifty move by Noble. Bumped off the puck by Maddie Brimhall. Good play by Maddie. Good defensive play by Brimhall there. Right side. Wayzata's moving here. They're buzzing pretty good. See why they've scored so many goals already. Pops out of the high slot. Picked up there and playing it down in the corner is Regan Williams. Avery Tonneson got a stick on. There's a shot through traffic. Puck there through the slot. Comes into the near corner. DeBrito will hustle back after it. Tried to get it out, but it's kept in by Noble. Good stick that time by Katie Bergeron. And then a free pass here as the Trojans need to check back up. Now the puck played out to neutral ice. Ella Dirkman on with Katie Bergeron and Anna Sem. Puck to the near side. Getting the zone is Noble. Pulls up. Tried to center it. Gets into the high slot area. Now it's picked up by the Trojans. Walking in. Shot save made. That was off the stick of Vanessa Swenson. Swenson with a puck behind the net. Good puck protection. Swenson still with it. Sends it out high to the point to Kurtz. Kurtz sends one left of the net. And then Anna Sem battling along the boards. Katzenmeyer in there. Katie Bergman. Good physical game. Oh, no. Shot there in close by Moldy. Good save by Jurgens. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Wayzata. 7.5 minutes to play in the first period. 1-1 is our score. Russo with a goal for Wayzata and Hannah Johnson for the Otters. Otters cleared out of the zone. No icing. On comes Aubrey Nelson and Hannah Johnson. Ella Dirkman still on the ice. Ella's a very good skater. Played out to the near side. See if the Otters can keep it in. They do so. Brindley Harris. Hannah circles back the other direction. Johnson walking in through traffic. Dangling coming in on goal. She went through the legs of the defender, Noble. Pops out to neutral ice. Here's Brindley Harris. Plays it off the boards. Aubrey Nelson picks it back up. Aubrey Jr. will go back the other direction. She'll send it deep. Otters will get a change. Ashton Wohlers will stay on, but Maddie Brimhall and Brindley Scholl will join here. Outlet pass. Sergiu up the right side. Little inadvertent collision there. DeBrito sends it off the board. 1-1 is our score. And a good first period. It's a good first period of hockey here. They're pretty physical game. Shea Katzenmeyer battling. Trying to win these puck battles. Comes in on Jurgens. Tapped, but not out. Kept in by Noble. That's Noelle Noble. Centering pass. Good Job that time defensively by Kinsey Zender. Circling the corners is Shalabu. Shot there, blocked that time by Katzenmeyer. Shalabu with a puck along the far boards. Trojans maintain possession. Walking in. Shot, save made. Would have been a high stick as number 20, Russo, tried to knock it out of the air. And the puck's out of the zone, comes out of the zone, and Avery Tonneson goes after it. Here's Noble back the other direction. Noel Noble, captain of this team, gains the zone. Pass off. Shot there low. Blocker save that time. A pad save, by Juergens. Now it's picked up by Anna Sem. Anna will come up the near side. Anna, wearing number 22, sends one on goal. Freshman Angie Alvarez makes the blocker save. Sem comes around the dot, sends a shot off. Got to be careful on the 50-50s. Wayzata coming up the left side. Kara Knutson. Good stick by Ella Dirkman. Anna Sem sends it forward. Dirkman's going to go after it. Ella hustling after it. Chasing there is Kurtz as well. Drops it defensively for Allison Noble. Puck out to neutral. Puck sent but not deep enough. Zender will regroup it and then send it the length of the ice. But an icing call against the Otters. Wayzata scored first. The Otters answered. Hannah Johnson's second of the year. It was an unassisted goal, That was about a minute after the Wayzata goal. That was Christy Russo. That's a big hockey name. Face-off. Going to be won by Wayzata. They sent it back behind the net. Picked up there by Lewis. Lewis will send it out to the point. Allison Noble backhands along the near boards. Now it's picked up by Hannah. Here comes Hannah. Up the left side. Johnson walking in. Shot there. Tried to go 5-hole. Ashton Woller's after it. Hannah will try to scoop it back up along the boards. Good opportunity there for Johnson. Tried to go 5-hole and was stopped by Alvarez. Puck out to neutral. Katzenmeyer trying to get it to Aubrey Nelson. And it's sent into the outer zone. It caroms to the far corner. Zender trying to move it out. Now Ashton Wohlers flings it to the near side, but Aubrey Nelson with good wheels. Up the left side. Good stick by Aubrey. She'll get it into the zone. On comes Avery Tonneson, who picked it off. Avery walking in. Shot to goal! Avery Tonneson, bar down. How about that? Avery walks into the high slot on the Wayzata turnover, and she says, this one's all mine. Good stick there. And here comes Avery in. Bar down. She shot a lot of pucks in the S&P Center, and you can tell exactly why. Otters go up 2-1. And for Avery, that is her second of the year. Time of this goal is 12:55 of the period. 2-1 Otters. And a timeout called. And we will take a timeout. Our timeout is brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. We'll come back after this break.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Hey, we're back here. 4:05 remaining in the period, 2-1 Otters. So a great play there. The Otters capitalize on a turnover, and Avery Tonneson goes bar down on the shot. It was awesome. She picked it off there, and then Avery comes up and beats the goaltender over her left shoulder. And again, Hannah Johnson had the first Otter goal at 7:48, and then Tonneson at 12:55. All right. Back to the action. Face-off. Going to be won here by Wayzata. Trojans play it into the Otter zone. Moldy after it. Now it's kept in at the point there by Ostapek. Ostapek has a shot blocked that never got to Juergens. Now they get it out to Tonneson. Avery will just get it out of the zone. Brindley Scholl and Maddie Brimhall go on the forecheck, and Maddie just about picked that one off. You know, sticks on the ice. It's amazing. Oh, there's a body check here by Brindley Scholl. So there will be a penalty here on the Otters as Brindley's going to be called for a body check at 13:29. You know, if you watch higher level hockey, their sticks are on the ice all the time. It takes away so much time and space, and the Otters have been good with their sticks tonight. Okay, the Otters got a kill here now. Avery Tonneson, Hannah Johnson, Shea Katzenmeyer, and Kinsey Zender. So we get a first look at the power play here for Wayzata. Otters win the draw, and Kinsey Zender sends it the length of the ice. It's picked up by Kurtz. Near side pass is a little long, though. Hannah after it, up the right side. Here come the Trojans. Behind the net, they'll try to get their power play set up. They'll bring it out to Kurtz at the point. Back over to the far half wall to Sergiu. Sergiu with it now. Back to Kurtz. They'll play catch. Shot there. Save Juergens. Rebound. And the puck is underneath Olivia. Woo! They tried to go 5-hole. If you're a goalie, the best thing to do is just sit down. Olivia made a good save with the stick there, and then the puck was right there, and she got underneath it. So 2:57 to play in the period. 2-1 Otters, but they're on a penalty kill. Ashton Woller's on the draw. And it comes out there to Moldy. Far side, one-timer save made by Juergens. That was a nice 1-T there by Ostapek. Otters are going to clear it, and they're going to get it ahead to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton on a breakaway. Coming in. Shot and a save made by Alvarez. So just about a short-handed opportunity there for Ashton Wohlers. The puck popped out, and Ashton at center ice walks in, and Alvarez makes the save. That would have been nice to get a shorty there. On the draw, Wohlers wins the draw. Here comes the Trojans. Swenson up the right side. Swenson with a puck, still with it. Now behind the net, over in the corner. Brindley Scholl trying to ride her out into the corner. There's a shot and a save, rebound, and a goal. So rebound. And so the Trojans score. Looks like it's number 13, Vanessa Swanson. Juergens made the initial save. And the puck popped out, and Vanessa Swanson with a power play goal. And that is her first of the year. So that's a power play goal at 14:37. And the assist going to the shooter on that. That was number 28, Julia Ostapek. Face-off. Puck sent into the Otter end. 2-2 now. Again, we have 2:15 to play in the period. Shots are 14-9 in favor of Wayzata. Maddie Brimhall trying to get after it. But after, here comes Sergiu. Sergiu to the center. Comes in on Juergens. And Olivia gets on top of that one. So 2:03 to play in the period. Otters and the Trojans tied 2-2 here on the Park Region scoreboard. Russo will take the draw here against Brindley Scholl. Must have had something on the ice there. The official brought it over to the Otter bench. Otter's going to win the draw. Here comes Avery Tonneson. She's going to travel up the right side. Here's Avery. Puck got away from her. She got it back. She's driven into the boards. In comes Maddie Brimhall. Maddie brings it out to the point to Katzenmeyer. Shea keeps it in. Good job by Katzenmeyer. Over to Kinsey Zender on the back door. Oh, wow. Maddie Brimhall had a one-time opportunity off the Kinsey Zender stick. And now away with the puck comes Noble. They gain the zone. Pass over right side to Noble. Shot and a save made by Juergens. And so Olivia Juergens with a nice save. 1:32 to play in the period. 2-2 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. We'll have our Minnesota Motor period break coming up in just a minute. Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Regan Williams. Otters are going to win the draw. Rachel DeBriedel behind goaltender Juergens. to the wing, pops out, and that'll be an icing call here against the Otters. It might come in on goal. The goalie played it. Oh, nope. She let it go over the line, so it'll be an icing call. Thought she was going to come out and play it. That would have been nice. Minute 19 to play in the period on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Lewis. Otters are going to win the draw. Harris now to Aubrey Nelson. Aubrey trying to move it forward, but it's picked up by Lewis. Lewis tried to center it, comes out to the near side. Kept in by Shalabu. Otters just got to settle down and get possession and back behind the net in the corner. 1 minute to go in the period. Lewis. Hannah comes in and it's picked up by Harris. Brindley out to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton Wohlers will gain the zone. Nope, didn't gain the zone. Back the other direction comes the Wayzata Trojans, and Kinsey Zender comes back after it. Try to get over to the near boards. Comes out to Kinsey Zender over to the far side. 30 seconds to go in the period. Try to get a hit to Tonneson. Good anticipation by Kurtz. Then a shot on Juergens, and Olivia makes the save. So 27.3 seconds to go in the period. And Brindley Show will take the draw here against number 28, Julia Ostapek. A broken stick. Sarah Scholl is standing right behind us here. Oh, you just hate that. Pass out front, in traffic. 14 seconds to go. Good stick by Hannah Johnson out front. 9 seconds to go. Otters trying to move it out. They tap it forward. 5 seconds to go in the period. Then the puck sent forward. Hannah will pick it up and try to send it towards the net. And that is the end of the first period. 2-2 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Fergus Falls 10 shots on goal. And Wayzata 17 shots on goal. And that'll bring us to our Minnesota Motor period break. We'll come back with that after this timeout.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena where the Otters and the Trojans are tied here 2-2. And let's run through the scoring on this one, and then we'll talk about what's coming up on our late media stations here. A lot of action here. It was a great night last night for the Otter girls basketball team with a big win over Moorhead. We'd like to beat Moorhead. They took care of business pretty good. So the scoring in the first period looked like this. Wayzata at 6:42 of the period. It was the second of the year for number 20, Christy Russo. And that was assisted by Dakota Kurtz. Made it 1-0. And then Fergus Falls gets on the board, an unassisted goal. Hannah Johnson got her on the left side of the D, went low, came in on her backhand with 5-hole. Got her second of the year at 7:48 of the first period. Then the Otters answer as the Trojans turn the puck over, and it's a bar-down shot by number 8, Avery Tonneson, her second of the year. That also was unassisted, made the score 2-1. Wayzata then answered with a power play goal late in the period. It was the first of the year for number 13, Vanessa Swenson, and that was assisted by Julia Ostapek. That was a power play goal, made it 2-2. So shots on goal, 17 for Wayzata. And so Olivia Juergens has stopped 15 of 17 here in the first period. And the Otters have put 10 shots on Angie Alvarez, and she's stopped 8 of 10. That's where things sit right now. We'll take another break as our Minnesota Motor halftime report continues. Right now, the score on the Park Region telephone scoreboard, 2-2, Park Region service beyond the connection.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Hey, we're back here as our Minnesota Motor period break continues. So tomorrow, Hillcrest at 10 o'clock, right? Dave, that game's on KJ Country tomorrow, right? The Hillcrest game? Because I was just looking at the schedule here, and yeah, we'll double check that. I'm almost positive, but Jason Retzlaff will be down at US Bank Stadium as the undefeated Hillcrest Comets are going to take on Hills Beaver Creek. So yeah, that'll be awesome. And, man, it's going to be fun. Jason does a great job in those games. And Hillcrest with 12 seniors, and they got it all this year. It's going to be really fun to see what things look like. So that'll be great. Coming up, also next week we'll have girls hockey on Tuesday as Alexandria comes to town. That'll be our next hockey broadcast. That's on Channel 977. Again, all the Fergus games will be streamed. You can go to the Fergus Now app, just hit sports streaming, or go to YouTube, or go to KBRFradio.com and find the game. And so it's simulcast on both those games. So, but it's a 10 o'clock game tomorrow, Hillcrest and Hills Beaver Creek. So that'll be fun to kind of follow that. No question about that. Fergus Falls again. The Otter boys open up tomorrow, and they had a team meal in the ALC cafeteria tonight, and they'll get on the bus about 8:45 tomorrow, and they'll head down to Marshall, to beautiful Red Baron Arena. And it's on 977. No. Yeah, I was just looking at the schedule here. I just want to make sure we get it correct. But the Otter boys will head down to, KJ Country. Yep, 10 o'clock kickoff. And that's subject to a little bit of change depending upon if there's any overtimes. But, it's on KJ Country. Yeah, first game of the day, so tune in to Jason Retzlaff tomorrow. But, again, the Otter boys head to Red Baron Arena, and they'll take on the Marshall Tigers tomorrow. And maybe some of the guys that played football will want to get a win back against Marshall. We lost to Marshall, 35-12, I think, at home. And they went on to lose to Orono, who beat the Otters in football. So maybe you have those things in your back of mind just a little bit. So Zamboni's doing its work, taking care of business here as we get ready for the second period. Again, the Otters right now, it's 2-2 is their score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. And Dave Neese is our game site engineer, our cameraman. And, Dave, I would rate Zamboni drivers. When my brother-in-law coached junior hockey, we'd be in a lot of rinks. My wife and I would be bored between periods, so I'd always watch. I have one thing to say, though. The Zamboni brand is faster than the Olympias. Whenever you see Olympia come out, it's like, okay, now I better just take a little nap here. But these guys do a great job taking care of the rink. I was in here to pick up some skates for my son Luke, and they were doing other work on the rink, but really nice ice sheet. So, all right, we'll take another break and come back with more on our Minnesota Motor halftime report. 2-2 is our score.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Goal, and then you got to go. She was, yep. Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena in between periods. And I want to remind you, one of our sponsors is Running Stitches. They're the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. Again, in the first period, Wayzata scores at 6:42 of the period. Second of the year for Christy Russo. With the assist, number 26, Dakota Kurtz. It was 1-0. Again, that was 6:42 of the first period. Then Fergus Falls, they score at 7:48 of the period. It's the second of the year for number 2. That is Sophie Chalabou. That was, no, I'm sorry. That was the Fergus goal. Made it 1-1. That was Hannah Johnson getting the goal. So Hannah got her second of the year at 7:48. And then Fergus Falls answers, makes it 2-1 on the unassisted goal off the Wayzata turnover scored by Avery Tunnis, and that made it 2-1. And then Wayzata at 14:37 of the period to get a power play goal from Vanessa Swanson, and the assist was Julia Ostapek. Ostapek put the shot on, and then Vanessa Swanson with the rebound on that goal. So 2-2 is our score. Shots on goal 17-10 in favor of the Wayzata Trojans. Our Minnesota Motor period break continues after this timeout.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
We're back at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena, and again, looking forward to the Hillcrest game tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling to Marshall to watch the Marshall Tiger and the Otters play, and we'll be listening on the way. We'll be listening to that game tomorrow. So, and I think Hillcrest has a great shot of winning the state championship. I really do. I just I can't wait for that. So, but this is a really fun time of the year. But some of those guys that play a winter sport, it's kind of hard because if you're in a state championship, who cares? But they did switch so Moorhead was supposed to play Edina in hockey on Saturday, but they moved it to Friday to accommodate all the students and the families and travel. So, yeah, so great time of the year. Officials are back out on the ice. And, again, the Otters got down 1-0, then they answered on a Hannah Johnson goal and then went ahead on an Avery Tonneson goal all in the first period. Then Wayzata gets a power play goal late in the period to make it 2-2. It's been a good game. Both teams with a really high compete level here, and Wayzata coming back out on the ice. The Otters will be out soon. So 7-7 Moorhead and Edina in football. You know, the quarterback, he's going to be a first-round NHL draft pick for Edina. That's kind of a great story, and came back to play high school football. So Edina and Wayzata 7-7 in Class 5A football. Take one more break before we drop the puck on period number 3. Right now the score, Wayzata 2, Fergus Falls 2, Park Region service beyond the connection.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
We're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Both teams are back out on the ice. Kind of just getting loosened up here. Again, the Otters this time will be moving to your right, and Trojans to our left. And again, Wayzata, they enjoy coming and making this trip. They'll take on Alexandria tomorrow, and Cardinals have a good team. That's the Otters' opponent next Tuesday night. We'll have that game for you on 977 and also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on our YouTube channel. Just go to KBRF and it'll pop right up. So we're set to go here. Both teams huddle around their coaches. And again, it's imperative that the Otters get this next goal here. And I mean, it's a tie. It's obvious, but it's huge just to be able to pop that one in and kind of add to that lead. But it's been I would say a hard played game. It's been physical, nothing dirty, good clean game. Both goaltenders have played well. In Wayzata, they're adding another rink to the pick. They're adding a 4th ice sheet to the Plymouth Ice Center. If any of you have been down, they got a beautiful rink there. They host a lot of high-performance things and also USA hockey events. So we're set to go here. Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Ava Moldy. Otters do win the draw. Played along the boards. And it's picked up now by number 13. That's Swanson. Harris sends her into the corner. Turns back, pops out. Harris gets a stick on it, comes up the right side. Here's Hannah Johnson. She'll go for a skate. Sends it into the zone. And she'll get off. On comes Brindley Scholl. Again, she had a goal against Sartell the other night. Battle in the corner. Picked out of there by Shalabu. Comes out to the point. Harris sends it back into the corner. Wohlers will go on the forecheck against Shalabu. Good stick by Wohlers. Sends it out to Maddie Brimhall. Maddie makes a move. Here's Maddie down in the corner. Out to the point to Kinsey Zender. She sends one. That's going to be blocked, though. Kinsey gets a stick on it. And it's picked up by Scholl. Scholl into the high slot. Low on the ice. I think we shoot high on this young goaltender here and just giving shots on net. Scholl behind the net. Maddie Brimhall. So a good start by the Otters here in the first period. Katzenmeyer behind the net. And it's picked up now, and Moldy moves it out to neutral ice, but Kenzie Zender is there. Couldn't handle the puck, but it's picked up by Swenson. She'll send it to the Otter zone, into the near corner. Katzenmeyer after it. She wins that battle. Anna Sem with a nifty move. Anna will get back on the puck. And over to Maddie Brimhall. Maddie will send it in. And we have an offsides. Offsides call on the Otters. So they'll move it back outside the Otter offensive zone. Will come actually to neutral ice. 2-2 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off won by the Otters. DeBrito goes over to Brindley Harris. Puck picked up here by the Trojans. Quick shot. It missed wide right of the net. Pops out to the near half wall. Picked up by Knutson. Knutson in traffic. Hard on the puck here, though, is Russo, who has a goal in this game. She had the first goal of the game for the Trojans. Anna Sem will pick it up in the corner. Plays it out to Katie Berggren. Katie doing battle here. This Wayzata team is very strong. They are tough on pucks. Now Sem will pick it up and send it the length. There has to be an icing call here on the Otters. So an icing call on Fergus Falls. They'll bring it back 185 feet or so back in the Otter D zone. Hannah Johnson will take the draw. That'll be the glove side of senior Olivia Juergens, who stopped 9 of 11 shots this far. Hannah will win the draw. Zender will play it along the boards. Wohler's trying to get over to the near side, trying to move it out of there, and it's picked up here by Katzenmeyer. Shea back after it. Here's Shea with the puck now. Sends it, but too far. Got to get a little touch on those passes. It went the distance, tried to ring it off the boards, and it'll go back in the Fergus Falls end. So Johnson will take the draw here against Moldy. And Otters going to win this draw. They reverse it back out to Wohlers. Now back into the corner. Katzenmeyer trying to get after it. Wohlers will come in. Ashland picked up there. Shot there. Tried to go bar down. It was Ostapek. And it goes up into the netting. And we'll have one more draw here in the Otter end. Let's see if we can move the puck out of the zone. 14:21 to play in the second period. 2-2 is our score on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Brindley Scholl on the draw here for the Otters. Scholl will win that draw against Madeline Lewis. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Wayzata with a little bit of a push here now. Near side pass to Morris. Morris up the left side. Now below the left dot. Backhands it. Scholl is there. Sends it back behind the net. Lewis, power turn. Sends it out front. Goes through the slot. Brimhall sent it over the boards. Maddie will chip it forward to Tonneson. And then it's out of the zone now to neutral. Near side pass. Regroup. Here comes Morris. Up the left side. Sends it on goal. Rebound behind the net. Wayzata trying to center it. It pops out to neutral ice. After it now is Noble. Goes D to D. Back to Lewis. Good entry. Lewis walks in. Shot and a save made by Juergens as Olivia looks that one right into the letters. And we're going to draw in the Otter zone once again. As Ella Dirkman, Anna Sem, and Katie Berggren on the ice for the Otters. Defensively, it's Shea Katzenmeyer and also Kinsey Zender. Puck went up and out of play, so they retrieved a new puck. So here comes the draw for Anna Sem here against number 20, Russo. And she has the first goal of the game for the Trojans. Otters win the draw. Puck rung around the boards. A little too far, though, for Ella Dirkman. It pops out, though. Ella after it. Here comes Ella Dirkman on a breakaway. Walks in. Shot save made. Rebound and a save. Oh! And a goal! Oh, they say no goal. Did they say the whistle blew? Let's get a replay on that one. And so Alvarez made the initial save, and then Berggren follows it up with the rebound. And the whistle blew, and then they tried to pound it in, so no goal. Here's Anna Sem on the draw. Our third line against their first line in the offensive zone. 13:19 to play in the second period. Otters win the draw. Katzenmeyer sends it behind the net. Katie Berggren after it, plays it out, tried to get it out to Zender. We got to really be watching the speed of this first line, and that one's going to come in on goaltender Juergens. And we're going to face off in the Otter D zone. So defensive zone face off here. The Otter third line against the first line here. Now the Otters are going to match lines. Third line did a great job, though, and just about a goal there for Sem and Juergens. Otters are going to win this draw back behind the net. Kenzie Zender. Now to Ashton Wohlers. Tried to pick it off the boards, but not out. Pops there. Aubrey Nelson with a good stick. Played forward. Into Hannah Johnson. Skates. Hannah trying to get a handle on it. Sends it in. Ashton Wohlers will go on the forecheck. Puck played back into the near corner. Otters keep the pressure on. Tapped away by Hannah. Wohlers is going after it. Somebody's got to go to the net. Now Noelle Noble. They go D to the near side. A little different look on our forecheck here. Out to neutral. Moldy with a nice move. Moldy over the line. Moldy with the puck. Sends one on net. Rebound backside. Good save by Juergens. He's got to get back up. And shot hits the side of the net. For those older Otter fans, remember Northern Lakes scored one that wasn't a goal. Comes out front. There was a whistle. Shot in traffic. Juergens makes the save. Yeah, against Northern Lakes in that game, it hit the side of the net, and our girls all stopped inadvertently. And the puck came out to the point, and they put it in. Good save by Olivia Juergens. Nice job with a lot of traffic out in front. And here comes the face-off to the right of Olivia Juergens. Otters and the Wayzata Trojans tied 2-2. Face-off won by the Trojans. Comes out to the point. Quick shot. Save made. Kind of a juicy rebound. Puck still in there. And Brindley Scholl tried to get it ahead. Tapped there by Maddie Brimhall. And the puck played in the Otter zone. Here's Rachel DeBrito. Tried to get it back to Brindley Harris. Now Rachel DeBrito will play it over to the near side where it's picked up by Avery Tonneson. Tried to get it ahead to Brindley Scholl. It pops out to neutral. Otters keep a little pressure on. Backhanded by Dakota Kurtz. Good job by Maddie Brimhall. Puck still at neutral. Now to the near side. Goes to Morris. Morris will gain entry and sends it behind Juergens. Puck slapped out to the boards. Takes a good carom, and Brindley Scholl will pick it up. And Brindley will go for a skate. Up the right side. She'll backhand it in. Line change for the Otters. Katie Bergeron is out, as is Anna Sem. Puck picked up by Avery Tonneson. Over along the near boards. Avery will backhand it in. Ella Dirkman will join her lineys. To the near side. Shalaboo. Centering pass picked off, though, by Ella Dirkman. Good job by Ella. Puck kept in. Zender with a shot. Rebound kicked over the corner by Alvarez. And they're going to say it was touched. Wasn't deflected. But the Otters will move it out. Carry them ahead. Too far for Ella Dirkman. And now we're going to get an icing. Nope, they wave it off. Puck behind the net. They reverse it. The Trojans do. Now to the near side. Puck out in front of the official score table. Kenzie Zender after it. Wayzata on the move in the corner. Zender with a good stick. Puck controlled, though, by Knutson. Now Zender will send it, but it comes kept in by Allison Noble. 2-2 is our score. Ella Dirkman couldn't clear it. A little pressure here now by Wayzata. Comes into the slot. To the point. Near side pass. Allison Noble sends a shot. Blocked there by Anna Sem. That'll go over to the far corner. Puck picked up by Morris. Morris and Katie Bergeron battling. On comes Ava Moldy. First line center. Right side. Moldy with now. Walks in. Low shot. Rebound comes out near side. Pass to the far side. Noble behind the net. Circles it back. Wayzata's buzzing right now. They walk in tight. Still with the puck. Turning. Shooting. Good stick by Anna Sem. Otters need a clear here. And then it comes out to neutral. Anna Sem sends it here. Now the three forwards get off, and it's a centering pass. Comes out to Hannah Johnson. Just hopped off her stick. Entertaining game. Up the left side. Swenson tried to center it there. Shot there. Save made by Juergens. Now Aubrey Nelson. Out to Ashton Wohlers. Ashton up the right side. Walking in. Looking for a shot. Tried to go 5-hole, and Alvarez makes the save. Good pace to this one. Aubrey Nelson sends it. Comes out to neutral. Tipped by Hannah. They'll circle it back. Good stick by Hannah. The puck comes out into the slot. And away with the puck now is Ostapek. Up the right side. Ostapek gets around Harris. Tried to tuck it up top shelf. Puck pops out towards neutral. Kept in, though. DeBrito will regroup. Rachel DeBrito over to Aubrey Nelson. Aubrey tried to move it ahead. Puck comes out to the point. Quick shot. Puck behind the net. DeBrito with it now on the near side. Rachel tried to find Hannah Johnson stretching the ice, and it goes the length of the ice. We get an icing call. It's been an entertaining hockey game. 8:29 to play in the second period. 2-2 is our score. Otter goals from Hannah Johnson and Avery Tonneson. And the face-off after the icing is to the blocker side of Olivia Juergens. Here's Brindley Scholl on the face-off against Kate Hendricks. Draw is going to be controlled here by the Otters. Brindley Scholl turn it back. Skated up. Brindley, a sophomore. Scholl gained the line. Still with it to Tonneson. Avery played it behind the net. Picked up by Brimhall. Over in the corner. Wayzata trying to move it out. Now they'll do so. Up the left side is Morris. Morris battling there against Kinsey Zender. Puck comes into the slot. Good tap out of there by Katzenmeyer. Puck behind the Otter net. Williams sends it out to the point. Wayzata with a shot there. Tipped out front by Wayzata. It goes wide right of the net. Pressure by the Trojans. Centering pass. Comes up to the high slot to the right point. Here's Lewis. Here's a shot block. And the Otters are going to clear it. And an icing call on the Otters. Shots tilted in favor of Wayzata, but the Otters are doing a good job blocking shots. 24 shots for the Trojans and 14 for Fergus Falls. Russo will take the draw here against Anna Sim. Face off, won by the Otters. Here's Rachel DeBrito, had that overtime goal. She was our quality player of the game last Tuesday night, sent out to neutral by Ella Dirkman. Right side pass. Anna Sim will tap along the boards. Katie Bergren comes after it, as does Ella Dirkman. Otters on the forecheck. Shalabu. Pass to the near side. Good stick by Katie. Now the right side. Here come the Trojans. Sergiu walking in, gets around, gains entry. Shot and a glove save made by Olivia Juergens. Olivia did a good job just staying home there. Just be tall. And a nice save by Olivia. She stopped 23 of 25 shots here. Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Moldy. Trojans control the draw this time. They bring it out near side. Shot there. Blocker save by Juergens. Comes to the near side. Puck played but not out. Now it's picked up by Wohlers. Now to Aubrey Nelson. Hopped off her stick. Right side pass with it now is Wilson. Looking for a centering pass. Good job defensively by the Otters, but kept in here. Quick shot and a goal. Otters turn it over, and Noelle Noble goes top shelf. And it's 3-2 Trojans. Wayzata with a goal. Time of this goal is at 10:16 of the period. And number 15, Noelle Noble with her third of the year. And that was unassisted. Puck was loose in the slot. Noble picked it up. She had a nice shot there. Goes top shelf. 3-2 Trojans. See if Fergus Falls can answer here. They've been pretty opportunistic, the Otters have. There's a good stick by Avery Tonneson, but then the goaltender, Alvarez, played it away. Now Brindley Harris will play it in behind Alvarez. Puck sent out. Now we get an icing call here against the Trojans. So 3-2 Trojans. Unassisted goal by Noelle Noble, which makes the score 3-2. We have 6:25 to play in the second period. In our post-game show, we'll have our Toyota Quality Player of the Game. Brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Otters win the draw. Brindley Scholl plays it out to Harris. Harris goes D to D, but it comes outside the neutral ice. DeBrito with it. Right side to Avery Tonneson. Avery plays it over to the far side. Maddie Brimhall will hustle after it. Puck behind the net. Near side pass. Harris will keep it in. Far side. Comes along the near boards. Now to neutral. Harris will play it. In over the line. Anna Sim, Ella Dirkman on for the Otters. As is Katie Bergren. Morris pass out to center. Bergren picks that off. Ella Dirkman back the other direction. She'll gain the line. Play broken up by Morris. Good play by Ell along the near boards. Kept in. Otters got to check back up as Kinsey Zender dumped it in. Otters are back on sides. They'll go to work here now. Pass to Morris on the near side. Good job by Dirkman. Aggressive on the puck. Kinsey Zender after it. Good stick by Kinsey. Over to the far side. Hannah Johnson will pick it up momentarily. Now played along the boards. Kind of a three-car pileup over there. Puck played just over the line now, and it's picked up there by Allison Noble. Here comes Wayzata. They'll ring the boards over to the far corner. Katzenmeyer will go back after it, but Aubrey Nelson will pick it up. Try to go rink wide. That's going to be picked off there by Moldy. Moldy walks in. Moldy through the traffic. Hannah Johnson after it along the near boards. Now it's played deep here by Swenson. Aubrey Nelson on her. Comes out to the point. Near side. Shot blocked. Hannah Johnson got in front of that one. Hannah up the right side. Walking in. Hannah sends it out to Wohlers. Oh! Just missed the upper right-hand corner. Woo! Hannah sent it out there, and Wohlers just missed. But we're going to have a penalty. It'll be a body check against Wayzata at 12:29 of the period. Hannah fed it out to Wohlers, and Wohlers, with a good opportunity there, just missed upper top shelf. And so, power play opportunity for the Otters. Let's get this thing set up here now. We haven't been able to get our power play set up too well this far this game. Hannah Johnson against Regan Williams on the face-off. Face-off is going to be won by the Trojans. Sent, but kept in. Oh, Harris couldn't quite hold the line. And Rachel DeBrito working there against Knutson. Knutson walks in. DeBrito after. Oh, Hannah Johnson will come in, her and DeBrito. Hannah will pick it up. Sends it out to Wohlers, but not out. Kept in by the Trojans. Tap forward. And sent over the far boards. Now DeBrito will pick it up. Near side. They were off sides. Let's just settle down here. We got to settle down with the puck. Here's Ashton Wohlers and neutral ice. Let's get set up here. And then the puck is sent the length of the ice. 3-2 Otters trail. We got to capitalize on this power play here. Otters ring the boards, but nobody home there. Shalabu with it now. Now here's Maddie Brimhall. Takes it out right in front of the net. Maddie at neutral ice. He's going to skate it up. Has it poke checked away. And back the other direction comes Ostapik. There's a shot missed wide right of the net. Otters have not got their power play set up at all this game thus far. Puck played out now by Kinsey Zender. All right. Here's Zender. Oh, gain the line. Kinsey walking in through traffic. Then it's ice. They sent the length of the ice. 23 seconds left in the one-man advantage here for Fergus Falls. Puck sent. No icing there on the Otters. 10 seconds to go on the one-man advantage. Puck to the near side. Here's DeBrito. Rachel up the right side. She'll get it deep. And the Trojans kill the penalty off. Trojans play it over the near side. Noel Moldy after it. And that's played out to neutral ice. 2:18 to play in the period. Otters trail 3-2 here on the Park Region scoreboard. Here's Harris. Tried to find Ashton Wohlers. That's too far for her. We get an icing call here on Fergus Falls. An icing call on the Otters. 2:09 to play in the period. So Hannah Johnson will take the draw here for Fergus Falls. And we got too many people out. Yeah, are we okay now? Okay. Hannah's centering Katie Berggren and Ella Dirkman. So Johnson tried to get the puck up there, couldn't get it off the boards. DeBrito battling in the corner, as is Katie Berggren. Puck sent out front, but it's going to be sent the other direction. Now Hannah will get off, and Anna Sem will come on. Sem keeps it in. Good stick and good skates by Anna Sem. Minute 46 to go in the period. Then Harris ices the puck. She flung it the other direction. I think we just got to just settle down a little bit. We're just a little too anxious with the puck, but it's been a good game. So 3-2, Otters trail here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. 1:40 to play. We'll have our Minnesota Motor period break coming up. Here's Brindley Show on the draw. It's going to be won by Wayzata. Shot blocked by Scholl, though. Puck behind the net. Here's Russo with a puck. Out high to Kurtz. Shot blocked by Avery Tonneson. She's smothered there at neutral ice. Wayzata's been doing a good job in the neutral zone here. They get 2 on you. Here's Russo behind the net. Centers it out front. Katzenmeyer sends that one into the corner. 1:16 to go in the period. Shot save made. Rebound out front. In traffic. And Juergens with the save. Olivia's played really well here. It's really played well in this game. So 1:11 to play here now as Hannah Johnson, Aubrey Nelson, and Ashton Wohlers come on for Fergus Falls. Hannah will take the draw here. Gets Russo, I believe. The draw is 1, though. Here's Noble, near side. Wayzata looking for a shooting lane. Pass out front, side of the net. There's a shot in traffic. Tapped out of there by DeBrito. Otters just got to get to the period break here. Goalie doesn't have a stick right now. Comes out to the point. Juergens with no stick. Good stick by Hannah along near boards. Ashton Wohlers sends it out. And Hannah will hustle back after it. And Chalabou will pick it up. Chalabou goes D to D. Centering pass. Comes out to neutral ice. With it now is Sergiu. Sergiu walks in. Centering pass. Broken up there. Rebound on the far side. Save made by Olivia Juergens. A sprawling Juergens. 22 seconds to go. There's a short range shot. Juergens with the save. Olivia standing tall. Another shot and a save made by Olivia. 13 seconds to go in the period. One more save. Otters want to get to the period here, and we're going to have a penalty here. A slashing call on the Otters, so that'll bleed into the second period. Harris with a slashing call here at 16:54 of the period. 6.8 seconds to go in the period. And again, tomorrow at 10 o'clock on KJ Country, pregame show prior to that at 9:45 or so, as Hillcrest plays for a 9-man state championship. Jason Retzlaff with the call on KJ Country. Ashton Wohlers will take the draw here for the Otters. And Ashton over the near side. Shot there in traffic. Puck out front. Shot. Puck in the air. And that'll do it. That is the end of the second period. And it was a really aggressive period there, and really a scrappy period there for the Otters, getting out of there just with a 3-2, giving up one goal. Shot total is Wayzata 34, the Otters 14. Olivia Juergens has really played well in net. We'll take a break and come back with our Minnesota Motor period break. Again, right now the score 3-2 Wayzata, Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Here we're back at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. 3-2 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. As the Otters dodge, I would say, a barrage of bullets there late in the period, and Olivia Juergens coming up with some big saves. 3-2 is our score. The Trojans get a goal, an unassisted goal at 10:16 of the period. They turn the puck over in the slot, and it was number 15, Noelle Noble, getting her third of the year. Again, that was an unassisted goal. And we'll recap the scoring in the first period. Wayzata scored at 6:42 of the period. Second of the year for number 20, Christy Russo. Assist going to Dakota Kurtz. Made it 1-0. And then at 7:48 of the period, Hannah Johnson gets her second of the year. An unassisted goal. Made it 1-1 at 7:48 of the period. And then Fergus Falls scores as Avery Tonneson capitalizes on a Wayzata turnover. And that was the second of the year for Avery Tonneson. Made it 2-1, again, as that was at 12:55 of the period. Wayzata makes it 2-2. 14:37 of the first of the year for Vanessa Swanson. It was a power play goal assisted by Julia Ostapik. And then Wayzata again with the unassisted goal, the go-ahead goal 3-2 at 10:16 of the second period. The only goal scored in that period, and that was by Noelle Noble. Again, 34 shots on goal for the Trojans, and Olivia Jorgens has stopped 31 of 34. And goaltender Angie Alvarez, getting her first start of the year, has stopped 12 of 14 shots. That's where things stand right now. We'll take a break as our Minnesota Motor period break continues.
The Chevy Red Tag sales event has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. You can take advantage of savings of up to $10,000 on the Chevy Silverado or great financing offers like 2.9% APR for 72 months. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Customer must take delivery by December 1st. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Here we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena, and it is a 3-2 score. And this has been a quite a battle here between these two teams. The Otters, theirs have blocked a lot of shots tonight. You know what I mean? They've blocked a ton of shots, and Olivia has played very well in goal. Juergens getting her second start of the year, and Anna Sem had a nice game against Sartell the other night in that 4-3 overtime win, but a really a good effort here by the entire Otter team here, blocking shots, but being outshot 34-14. So we gotta generate some offense. We just gotta kind of settle down in the zone with the puck a little bit, and through neutral ice too. We've had a few icing calls, but that happens to Wayzata as well. You know, trying to stretch the ice, make plays, and we'll get set here for period number 3 in just a minute. Again, we'll have more Otter hockey next Tuesday as the Cardinals come to town. Alexandria will be in town to take on Fergus Falls. We'll have that game for you on Channel 977 and also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. Or go to kbrfradio.com. You can find all those locations. But that'll be a Tuesday night game, and I want to remind you, tomorrow Jason Retzlaff will have the call of the Hillcrest Hills Beaver Creek game, and that'll be a good one. And I'm just feeling like it's Hillcrest year this year. 12 seniors, they got explosive offense and a very good defense, and so tune in to Jason tomorrow on KJ Country. 10 o'clock is kickoff, and the pregame show will be before that, 9:40, 9:45 or thereabouts. So looking forward to that. Congratulations to the Otter girls basketball team last night as well, as the Otters take down Moorhead, and they really had a excellent effort in that one. So the Otters win big in that one, 70-59 at Kennedy Secondary School. So it was a first game for both those teams, and so congratulations to Josh Steer and his Otter girls basketball team. So things are really cranking up. The Nordic skiing and wrestling, boys basketball, and boys hockey starts tomorrow as the Otters will take on Marshall on the road. So the Otters will take on the Marshall Tigers, and that game will be at about 2 or 2:15. Again, it's not a broadcast game. There was a schedule change. That game was to be played tonight, and so there was just some shifting of the schedule. So that's the way things worked out there. We're going to take another break because our Minnesota Motor halftime break continues. Again, the score 3-2 after 34 minutes of play. Park Region service beyond the connection. Wayzata with the lead.
The Chevy Red Tag sales event has arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. You can take advantage of savings of up to $10,000 on the Chevy Silverado or great financing offers like 2.9% APR for 72 months. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Customer must take delivery by December 1st. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Mark Johnson with you here, and again our game set engineer is Dave Bishop, and 3-2 is our score. And we'll set the table here for the second period, though. It will be a power play as Brindley Harris was called for a slash. And so it's a minute 54. So Wayzata will have the one-man advantage for a minute 54. And so we will have the penalty kill unit out right away, the penalty kill units. And this will be a huge one here to kill this one off. And then the Otters need to generate some zone time. And it seems like Wayzata kind of had us pinned in quite a bit of the time, especially the second part of that second period. So we need some zone time. It's easy for me to say up here, but the Otters have capitalized on their opportunities. Hannah Johnson with her second of the year, an unassisted goal in the first period at 12:55, and then at 7:48, and then at 12:55 it was an unassisted goal by Avery Tonneson. That was her second of the year. So, and Wayzata does have one power play goal thus far. So they are 1 for 1 on special teams. And so we'll see what happens here as the Otters need to continue to block shots. That's been a huge part of this game, and it's a huge thing to get your team to buy in blocking shots. And they blocked a number of shots in the second period in particular. And Olivia Jurgens came up with some really big saves as well. Looking forward to the start of the boys' season as well. Again, that'll get underway tomorrow down at Red Baron Ice Arena. And that's a beautiful facility down there between Red Baron and Schwann's. And they got a big screen in the corner of the rink. They got a nice setup, and we have a great setup here as well. Youth hockey is going as well. I think it's a Bantam tournament this weekend here, right? Is it a Bantam A tournament? And just a lot of action. They did. Fergus won their first game, and this is great for the Fergus economy, too. I tell you what, there's not many nights you drive by and you don't see people at the rink or in town, and there'll be a lot of people eating out at restaurants and staying in motels as well. But this arena and these activities for their kids are excellent. We'll take one more break, and we'll come back and get ready for period number 3. Again, right now it's 3-2. 3-2 is our score.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Mark Johnson back with you. 3-2 is our score here on the Park Region scoreboard as the officials are back out on the ice and the teams are returning to play shortly. Hey, one of our great sponsors is Running Stitches. They're the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. In Class 6A football, Moorhead is up now 20-13. No, I mean Edina is up on Moorhead 20-13. And don't forget about tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock kickoff, the Hillcrest Comets in the Class 9 Man Football Championship against Hills Beaver Creek. And that'll be from U.S. Bank Stadium. And Jason Retzoff with the call of that one. That will be fun. Had enjoyed listening and watching to the Otter girls last night with a nice win over Moorhead, 70-59. And again, the Fergus activities on our broadcast will be streamed, all of them. So we're thankful we can do that. So ice is ready. Wayzata is set to come on. And the ice looks in great shape. It's early season. You know, with ice, what I look at in rinks is I look at the yellow dasher board. And if an ice rink is maintained well, it's the same all the way around. Because sometimes on the ends, it'll get built up higher. if they don't shave it. Yeah. And they got that kind of that edger thing. Yeah. So Trojans are on. They got a good contingency of fans here. Again, they're staying overnight in Fergus, and they will be heading to Alexandria tomorrow to take on the Cardinals. That'll be a good matchup. And Fergus Falls will be on the ice here shortly. Again, Wayzata got the first goal, third of the year for Christy Russo. Otters answered, Hannah Johnson, her second of the year. And then Avery Tonneson gets her second of the year. The Otters are up 2-1. Then Wayzata ties it on a power play goal, first of the year for Vanessa Swenson. And then the Trojans score an unassisted goal at 10:16 of the second. That was the third of the year for Noelle Noble. Otters are back out on the ice. Again, Olivia Juergens in net tonight. Anna Sim started against Marshall, and then Olivia against Wilmer, that 4-2 win. She stopped 22 of 24, and then Anna had a nice game. Anna Sim against Sartell. The Otters win that one 4-3 in overtime, and now Olivia Juergens with the start here tonight. Otters gathering around their coach and getting some final instructions as we're set to drop the puck here on period number 3. But the Otters will start out with a penalty kill as Brindley Harris went in for a slash. So there's a minute 54 left in the penalty to Harris. So the Otter penalty kill is going to get a workout here as the Trojans did score on their first power play opportunity to tie it up 2-2. So Hannah Johnson, Avery Tonneson, Rachel DeBrito, and Kinsey Zender on to kill here, or Shea Katzenmeyer, pardon me, on to kill here for the Otters. Again, Rachel DeBrito and Hannah Johnson, the two captains of the Otters. And the Otters are still waiting for the return of senior Brooke Zierden. And really looking forward to get Brooke back in the lineup, senior defender as well. And so we're set to go here. Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Avery Moldy. Trojans win the draw. They're coming in on Juergens. They're going to pull it back out, though. Here's Swenson out to the point. Near side pass to picked up here by Noelle Noble. Bothered there by Hannah. And they're going to call a trip on Hannah. It's going to be a 5-on-3 here. Oh, boy. Comes out high. Shot, save made. Otters touch it. And Hannah's going to be called for a trip. And so it's going to be a 5-on-3. Trying to get the puck. And so Hannah goes in for a trip. 5-on-3 here for Wayzata. Time of this penalty comes 26 seconds in. So there's a minute 28 left in the penalty to Harris. 2 minutes now on Hannah. Johnson in the box. Swenson will take the draw. Face off. Going to be won here by the Trojans. Right side. Try a backdoor. Shot missed wide of the net. Moldy had it there. Comes over to the far board. DeBrito trying to play it out. Avery Tonneson. Near side pass for Moldy. Back out high. One-timer. Slap shot. Save made. Rebound comes out. Another shot. And a save made by Oh, the initial save came in the cage, but the rebound goes in. And it's going to be number 13, Vanessa Swenson, with her first of the year. So Juergens made the initial save. The rebound comes down in front. And Wayzata makes it 4-2. And that's a power play goal. Time of this goal is going to be 50 seconds of the period. So Ashton Wohlers will come out now along with Aubrey Nelson, Kinsey Zender, and Shea Katzenmeyer. Wayzata is going to win the draw here. Minute 32 left in the tripping penalty to Hannah Johnson. Here's Noelle. Otter's going to move. Oh, Aubrey Nelson gets it ahead to Ashton Wohlers. If Ashton can chase this one down. Here's Wohlers coming in behind the net. She'll send it back out to the point to Zender. Zender sends one through traffic. Was that an unassisted goal? Or Ostapek with the assist, number 28. Here comes Wayzata up the left side. Kenzie Zender driving Ostapek into the corner. They're setting out front. Katzenmeyer sends it to the near side. Shalabou will pick it up. Shalabou with the puck. Goes to the right side. Quick shot there. Puck into the slot. Aubrey Nelson gets it, and she'll wing it and clear it now. 42 seconds left in the one-man advantage for the Trojans. 4-2 Trojans with the score as they score on the 5-on-3. Russo. Pass to the near side. Trojans hold it back up. Chalabou picks it up. Sends it out near side. Shot there. Olivia Juergens with the save. Another shot goes through the slot to the near side. 15 seconds left in the power play and the penalty kill for the Otters. Wayzata walking in. Shot and a save made by Juergens. And that was Kara Knutson walking in. 9 seconds left. So Otters win the draw here now and ice it, and we'll get back to full strength. And so Wohlers will take the draw here against Christy Russo. Russo wins the draw. Comes out to Chalabou, goes over the right side. Kurtz with a shot. Puck in front, and Juergens gets on top of it. 1 second left now in the penalty kill here for the Otters. 4-2. Right now in favor of Wayzata. Comes out to the point. Hannah Johnson back on the ice. Otters are back at full strength. Goes over to the far side. Played back behind the net. Aubrey Nelson's going to pick it up. Slapped out towards neutral ice. Comes into the zone here now, and Otters now trail 4-2. Hannah Johnson bothering Dakota Kurtz. Played to the near side. Now dumped in. On comes Brindley Scholl and Maddie Brimhall. Maddie's going to pick it up. Otters need to get a little zone time here. Played over the far side. And then played into the zone as Kara Knutson now in the near corner. Knutson behind the net. Knutson, power turn. Tripped up in the corner. Katzenmeyer trying to move it out. Brindley Scholl. Wayzata walking in. Kicked into the high slot area. Shot and a goal there by Kara Knutson. 5-2. So Kara Knutson with her third of the year. And this goal comes at 3:31 of the period. So Kara Knutson scores at 3:31, and Wayzata goes up 5-2 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Anna Sem will take the draw here along with Katie Berggren and Ella Dirkman. Wayzata buzzing now. Here's Swenson. Played back behind the net. DeBrito after it. Ella Dirkman. An unassisted goal there for Kara Knutson. Play it forward, intercepted though by the Trojans. Noelle Noble intercepted there by DeBrito. Now Rachel will go back and scoop it up. Here's Rachel with the puck. Off the boards, Katie Berggren right below us here. Bumped off the puck by Noelle Noble. There's a shot blocked by DeBrito. Second shot, rebound came to the far side. Otters got to keep their feet moving here. Comes out to the point, played back down into the corner. Wayzata with a push here now. High slot area, shot there. Goal sits the side of the net, went through traffic. Put over the far side. Brindley Harris trying to slap it out of there. Intensity has kind of gone down a little bit now. We got to keep our feet here. Here's Rachel DeBrito. Sends it but not out. Kept in nicely by Noelle Noble. Now DeBrito. Far side, rides up along the dasher and pops out to Ashton Wohlers. Wohlers through traffic. Hannah Johnson comes on. Aubrey Nelson comes on. Puck over to the far boards. And too many men. So the Otters are going to get a power play goal as they were changing. It hit the skates of one of the Wayzata players. And so Wayzata called with too many men at 4:50 of the period. So too many men penalty. And serving it is going to be Kate Hendricks. So power play opportunity here for Fergus Falls. So Hannah Johnson will take the draw. Otters need a goal here, no question. Here's Johnson on the draw here against Williams. Otters win the draw. Pops out to Katzenmeyer. Katzenmeyer to Aubrey Nelson. Pinned up along the boards. Shalabu goes after it against Wohlers. Now to Aubrey Nelson. Here's Aubrey with it now. Let's score a goal. Out to DeBrito. Low on the ice and a goal! Rachel DeBrito, a power play goal. How about that? Rachel, the one-timer again. Number 13, DeBrito, with her second of the year. Comes out to the point, and DeBrito buries it. That's a power play goal at 5:08 of the period. 5-3. Trojans with the lead. Assist going to, she wasn't even on the ice. The assist, yeah. So the assist that time go DeBrito with the goal. And then Aubrey Nelson with an assist. She was off the face, down in the corner. Oh, a tripping call. The Otters are going to go back on the, I think so. So that was DeBrito's second of the year, assisted by Aubrey Nelson and Hannah Johnson. 11:31 to play. So the Otters go on the penalty kill here. And Maddie Brimhall with the trip. And the time of this penalty is going to be at 5:29. 5-3 now, 11:31 to play. Off the faceoff. Into the slot. They pop it out of there. Ashton Wohlers is going to hustle after it. Ashton with good wheels. They'll ring the boards to the near side. Hannah Johnson's going to pick it off. Hannah's going to keep it along the boards. Now it pops out of there. Moldy. Right side pass. Swenson. Out high. Right side shot there. Up into the netting. Nope, it stayed in. Here's Moldy with a saucer pass out high. Noelle Noble shot low on the ice. And into the back of the net. That was a soft goal there, we'll just say. But nonetheless, it's 6-3 now. So Wayzata gets a power play goal at 6:09. So Wayzata power play goal. That was scored by number 13, Swenson. Her second of the year, second of the game. And that was assisted by 17, Lewis. So 17 and 13. Who got the goal then? Yeah, 15. Noelle 15 with the goal. That's Noble, Noelle Noble, her third of the year from 17 and 13. All right, back to the action. Here comes Rachel DeBrito. Rachel now at neutral ice. Rachel over the line. Rachel's got a goal in the game. Dropped it there, but it pops back out to neutral ice and then played along the near side. So 6-3 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. 6-3, Otters trail here. Anna Sem, Ella Dirkman, and also Katie Bergeron. Defensively, it's Shea Katzenmeyer and Kinsey Zender. Face-off won by the Trojans. Kinsey Zender plays it off the boards, picked up by Shalabu. Shalabu near boards. Centering pass to Russo. Tap to the near side. Anna Sem tried to play it out. Now Shea Katzenmeyer will head back after it. Battle along the near boards. Played behind the net there by the Trojans. Again, 9:40 to play. 6-3 in favor of Wayzata. Wayzata with 3 power play goals in this period. Or pardon me, 2. Fergus had 1 power play goal. So special teams looming large in this game tonight. Otters trying to move the puck out of the zone. It's dumped back in by Allison Noble. Kinsey Zender gets it ahead to Ella Dirkman. Ella will gain the red line. Walks in. She'll send it in. Hannah Johnson, Aubrey Nelson on. Brindley Harris and Rachel DeBrito. Up the right side with wheels comes Lewis. She'll send it in behind Juergens. DeBrito will pick it up. Here's Rachel DeBrito. Sends it off the boards, trying to find Hannah Johnson, but that was picked off nicely there by Gabriel Lewis. Now over the line with it now is Moldy. Shot there and a save made. Rebound out front. And I think the Otters put that one in. 7-3 now. I think the shot was put on, and I think the Otters were trying to hit it behind the net. And Wayzata makes it 7-3 at 8:15 of the period. So Boldy shot, but I think one of the Otters tried to hit it behind the net, and I think we accidentally might have put that one in. But 4th of the year for Ava Moldy. An unassisted goal. 7-3 now. Puck out at neutral ice. And here comes Wayzata back on the attack. Wohlers behind the net. Picked up by Moldy. Moldy sends it out. One-timer. There goes $200. Hannah Johnson picks it up. Hannah's going to walk up the right side. Got it to Wohlers. Hannah gets it back. Looking for the wrapper. Puck pops out. And what do we have? The net is off. Hannah was trying to do like her brother Isaac there and try to get a wrapper. The higher level you get up, they're harder to get because the goalies can really move. Couple of broken sticks tonight. So Dave Bishop, you probably played with the Christian brothers, I bet. Or did you have aluminum shaft stick? All right, yeah. Sherwood, yeah, there you go. Otters trail 7-3 now. 8:10 to play here in the third period. Here comes Noble Noel up the right side. Sends one on goal. Pad save made. Hot rebound into the slot. 7-3 Otters trail. Maddie Brimhall battling on the near half wall along with Brindley Harris. Brindley Scholl, pardon me. Katzenmeyer behind the net, but here comes Hendricks. Avery Tonneson tried to get that one as it was coming out to the point. One-timer missed wide left of the net there by Knutson. 7-3 now. Scholl after it. Wayzata hard on the puck here. Kara Knutson gets Maddie Brimhall. Puck behind the net picked up by Katzenmeyer. Here's Shea. Out to Avery Tonneson. Out to Maddie Brimhall. Line change here for the Otters. But back there comes Noble Noel. Backhand and a goal. 8-3. Nice backhand there by Noble Noel. Her second of the game, her 4th of the year. Time of this goal comes at 9:42 of the period. So at 9:42. 48 shots on goal for Wayzata. 16 for the Otters. 8-3. Off the faceoff. Here comes Anna Sem. She'll gain the line. And the Otters are offsides. So an offsides call here on Fergus Falls. And again, we do have 7:11 to play. Unassisted goal, 4th of the year for Noel Noble. Here's Ella Dirkman. Ella Dirkman gains the zone. Taken off the puck there by number 26, Dakota Kurtz. Good stick that time by Anna Sem. Ella Dirkman will go on the forecheck working against Sophia Shalabu. They both collide behind the net. In comes Katie Berggren. Puck out to neutral ice. Christy Russo. Russo gains his own. Tried to get her on to Brito, but Rachel said no to that. Rachel has a goal in this one again. Had a goal Tuesday against Sartell. 6.5 minutes to play. Puck to the near side. Shalabu with it now. She'll lock and load. That gets some pipe. Probably hear that one at home. That was about a B flat off the pipe there. That was a hard shot. Puck played back now by Sergiu. Sergiu with it now in the corner. Out to the point. Shalabu with it now. Walks in. Sends one on, and Olivia makes the save. So 6:10 to play here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. The Otters trail here by a score of 8-3. Boy, it was 3-2 to start this period. And 1 goal for the Otters, the DeBrito goal, and then 5 unanswered. Otters going to win the draw. Here's Hannah Johnson with it now. Now to Ashton Wohlers. Ahead to Aubrey Nelson. Aubrey gets between the defense. Aubrey walks in. Shot there. The save made by Alvarez, and she holds on to the rebound. Good effort there. Good pass by Wohlers, finding Aubrey Nelson. Aubrey put one on, and it was a nice save made by the freshman Angie Alvarez. 8-3 again. The Otters trail here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off is won here by the Trojans. Here comes Lewis up the right side. Lewis through traffic. Good back check by Aubrey Nelson. There's a quick shot there, pops out. Another shot through traffic, goes into the far corner. And it's going to hit the netting, so we're going to face off in the Otter defensive zone. 8-3 is our score. Again, 5:44 to play here in the hockey game. So Hannah Johnson will take the draw here against Russo. Noble, that was deflected, but a good save by Juergens. 5:41 to play. So 5:41 to play here in the hockey game. Otters trail 8-3. And we'll have our post-game show. During that time, we'll name our quality player of the game. Brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Here's Aubrey Nelson driving into the zone. Ashlyn Wohlers picks it up. Ashlyn around the right side, still with the puck. We got to get that thing towards the net. Ashlyn battling along the near half wall. Hannah comes in, scoops it back out. Shea Katzenmeyer. Shea rings it off the board. Nobody home there, but a Wayzata player. That's Morris. Now Johnson will pick it up. Hannah sends it back to Zender. Carries it ahead to Wohlers. Wohlers tried to get it back out. Now DeBrito will pick it up. Here's Rachel DeBrito up the left side. Rachel's going to walk in, sends a shot on, and she's going to be hooked. There's going to be a penalty here against Wayzata. And this penalty comes at 12 minutes of the period. And it's going to be number 18 with a hook. That's Alexander Morris. Good acceleration that time. Good acceleration that time by Rachel. She's got good speed. And so here comes Brindley Scholl, Avery Tonneson, and Maddie Brimhall. Here's DeBrito with the puck. High slot area. Low on the ice. Pad save made by Alvarez. Here's Maddie Brimhall. Back to Tonneson. Now to Maddie. Brimhall. Out to DeBrito. Rachel sends it to Tonneson. Avery. Backhand. And a save made by Alvarez. So good save made there by Alvarez. Again, 8-3 is the score here in favor of the Wayzata Trojans. Shots quite lopsided here. Wayzata with a dominant performance. Face-off won by the Otters. Brindley Scholl the backhand, puck in the slot. Tonneson is in there, near side. Brimhall with a try. Maddie will send it around the boards, but there's nobody home. That's going to go the length of the ice. Peyton Wolden on the ice now. Peyton will drop it there for DeBrito. Here comes Rachel. She'll skate it up to right side. DeBrito with good speed through traffic. Rachel still on the puck. Puck picked up by Avery Tonneson. Peyton Wolden sends one towards the net. Again, 8-3 Otters trail. We're going to have another penalty. Let's see who this is going to be on. And it's going to be on Wayzata. A hooking call on Wayzata at 12:58 of the period. That's number 10, Ava Moldy. So a hooking call. So a 5-on-3 here for the Otters for 1:02. And then the Morris penalty will expire unless the Otters score before that. Here we go. Here's Hannah Johnson on the draw. The Otters thought they'd won the draw. They lost the draw. Near side. Hannah Johnson on the back check. Poke checks it away. Aubrey Nelson, near side. Now Knutson turns it back the other direction. Picked up by Aubrey. Aubrey sends it over the line. We got a lot of ice. We got to use the whole rink here. Here's Kinsey Zender. Tried to find Wohlers, but it goes right to Wayzata. Puck high in the air. Otters will get it to settle down. Puck pops out to neutral. Aubrey Nelson sends it ahead to Wohlers. Ashland walking in. Wohlers. Goal! Ashland Wohlers scores, makes it 8-4. Nice shot by number 5, Ashland Wohlers, as Ashland gets it to go. Take a look at that one. It was just tapped forward, and Wohlers comes in and buries. Aubrey Nelson should get an assist on that. She moved it forward to Wohlers. So the power play goal for the Otters. I'm running out of space on my sheet here. 8-4. Time of that goal was 13:46. So Ashton Wohlers with the goal for the Otters, and that is her first of the year. So Katzenmeyer and Nelson with the assists. So 8-4, 12 goals in this one. Here's Maddie Brimhall. Maddie behind the net, still with the puck. She's going to curl. Walks in, shoots, misses wide right of the net. Here's Avery Tonneson with the puck now. Avery sends it out to Brindley Harris. DeBrito tried to walk in. She'll send it towards the goal. Puck loose there. Picked up by Maddie Brimhall. Out to Harris. Shot there. We get shots on this goalie, we're going to score. Near side, Harris. Down the near side to Brindley Scholl. Back behind to Maddie Brimhall. Maddie with the puck. Here's DeBrito. Near side to Harris. Harris low on the ice. Shot, rebound, near side. And Wayzata's going to move it out. That'll probably do it. There's a 2-on-2 here. Chipped in. They're in some good wheels. Good job by Tonneson, and Avery's going to be called for a hook, I believe. I don't know, they're taking a dive, too. Maybe it's just me, but Otters are going to get another penalty here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power play goals in this game. Fergus Falls with 2, Wayzata with 3. And so play 4-on-4 for 5 seconds. And so Avery goes in at 14:54. And face-off will be in the Otter defensive zone. So again, 4-on-4 here now. Off the face-off. Controlled by the Otters. Taken away by Shalabu, though. Shalabu in the corner. Again, 4-on-4. Now it's 5-on-4 as the Trojans are back at full strength. Into the slot there. Picked up, though, by Shea Katzenmeyer. Shea will skate it up over the red line. She'll backhand it in. Good job by Katzenmeyer, burning up some time there. Again, 1:35 left in the one-man advantage for Wayzata. There's a shot. Side of the net there, Anna Sem. Puck over to the far side. Now to neutral. And Russo with it. Russo along the boards. In comes Katie Berggren along with Zender. 8-4 is our score again in favor of the Trojans. A high-scoring one here at Community Ice Arena. Puck picked up now by the Trojans. Now behind the net. Trojans try to move it out. And a Sem fan on that clearing attempt. Puck to the near side. And 1 minute remaining in the hockey game. There's a shot from long distance, and the save made there by Olivia Juergens. Olivia's got a workout here tonight. And the Otters bring out Atlee Duckwitz and Ella Dirkman, and Peyton Wolden and Rachel DeBrito on the kill. Puck out high. Near side. Noelle Noble, weak side pass, shot, rebound, save, and no goal there as Jurgen stands tall. 45.1 seconds to go in the hockey game. 8-4 in favor of Wayzata. Again, we'll have our post-game show. During that time, we'll name our quality player of the game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Near side. Power play opportunity here for Wayzata. One-timer, shot, save made by Jurgens. Man, good one-timer there by 15, Noble Noel. She's a good hockey player. Shot, and Jurgens with another save with 27.4 seconds left. "55 shots on goal. That's a lot by the Trojans. 20 for the Otters. Face-off is going to be won by Ella Dirkman. Good job by Ella, but it's kept in, though. Trojans with a puck. Centering pass. Shot blocked by DeBrito. Puck picked up here by the Trojans. Out high. Noble Noel. One-timer through traffic from Moldy. 10 seconds to go in the hockey game. Trojans pass out front. Good job by Rachel tying up the D out front. Another shot. Save made. 2.5 seconds to go. Good job by Ella Dirkman in there protecting her goaltender. 2.5 seconds to go. And here comes the face-off. This will do it here. The draw is controlled there, and that is the hockey game. 8-4 is our final here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. We'll take a break and we'll come back and we will recap the scoring. It's going to take a little bit. 8-4 Park Region service beyond the connection. Otters dropped this one here to a good Wayzata team.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Serving you best.
Mark Johnson back with you. Our final score 8-4 as the Trojans win it here. And they put 56 shots on goaltender Olivia Jurgens. The Otters put 20 shots on Angie Alvarez. So let's run through the scoring. In the first period, Wayzata gets on the board at 6:42 of the period. Second of the year for number 20, Christy Russo. That was assisted by Dakota Kurtz. And then Fergus Falls at 7:48 of the period. Hannah Johnson gets her second of the year, an unassisted goal. Made it 1-1. That was at 7:48 of the period. Avery Tonneson then answers with an unassisted goal of her own. Tonneson's second of the year at 12:55 of the period. That made the score 2-1. Wayzata makes it 2-2 at 14:37. And it is the first of the year for Vanessa Swenson, assisted by Julia Ostapek. That was a power play goal. 2-2 after one, and the shots are 17-10 in favor of Wayzata. And then in the second period, Wayzata gets the lone goal in the period, and it was at 10:16 of the period. Third of the year for Noelle Noble. That was an unassisted goal. Again, shots 34-14 after 2 periods of play. And then a wild third period. Wayzata at 50 seconds of the period, and it's a power play goal. It's a 5-on-3, and it was the second of the game, second of the year for number 13, Vanessa Swenson. and that was assisted by Julia Ostapek. That was a power play goal. It's 4-2 Wayzata. Wayzata adds an unassisted goal by Kara Knutson, her third of the year at 3:31 of the third. Still in the third period, the Otters get a power play goal, and this was at 5:08 of the period. Second of the year for Rachel DeBrito. Assists going to Aubrey Nelson and Hannah Johnson. That was a power play goal, made it 5-3. Wayzata then at 6:09 gets a power play goal. Third of the year for number 15. And, pardon me, that was probably the fourth of, third of the year for number 15, Noel Noble, assisted by Lewis and also by number 13, Swanson. That made it 6-3, and then the Trojans make it 7-3 on an unassisted goal by number 10. It's Ava Moldy's fourth of the year, unassisted at 8:15 of the period. And then at 9:52 of the period, Wayzata gets another goal, fourth of the year, third of the game. I think it might be the fifth of the year, an unassisted goal for number 15. Again, that's Noel Noble, and made it 8-3. And then the Otters get a late power play goal as Wohlers gets her first of the year, assisted by Shea Katzenmeyer and also by Aubrey Nelson. So, goaltender Olivia Jurgens stops 47 of 50. 48 of 56. That was a big night for Olivia. She had a lot of shots that faced her, and then freshman Angie Alvarez, she ended up stopping 16 of 20, and so that's the way things shook out on this one. It's now time to take a break, and then we'll come back and name our Toyota Quality Player of the Game and talk to head coach Isaac Vattenstall as well.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Here we're back here in Fergus Falls at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Otters lose it by a score of 8-4. And again, a really dominant performance by Wayzata here tonight. They put 56 shots on Olivia Jurgens. Jurgens stops 48 of 56. And Angie Alvarez gets her first varsity start, and it's a varsity win. She's a freshman, and she stops 16 of 20 in this one. And again, as far as the special teams go, the Otters were 2 for 4 on the power play, and Wayzata was 3 for 5. So special teams huge for both teams tonight. And you can see that special teams are coming along for both teams, but early in the year like this, the Otters, again, 2 for 4, and Wayzata 3 for 5. And so just want to remind you, next Tuesday night, we'll have the Otters at home against Alexandria. This Wayzata team will take on Alexandria, so get a little bit of a measuring stick there. This is it's a young Wayzata team. They got a lot of young new players, but they played a good game. Got to hand it to them. And especially the second part of that second period, they really started buzzing. And even though the score remained 3-2, the shots advantage after 2 periods was 34 to 14. But the Otters now will turn the page and take on, again, Alexandria next Tuesday. We'll have that game for you on Channel 977, and it'll also be streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the YouTube channel, or go to KBRFradio.com. And so that's the way that will shake out. Tune in tomorrow morning as the Otters will take on, or not the Otters, but the Hillcrest Comets will take on Hills Beaver Creek in the state 9-man football championship. Jason Retzlaff will have the call of that one on 96.5 FM. So we are looking forward to that. Can't wait to listen to that as we'll be heading down to Marshall to watch the Otter boys. Again, that is not a broadcast game, just to let you know. That is the Otters that game was moved. It was supposed to have been today, so a little change there here for the Otters in that one. So a change, but we'll be listening to Jason on our way down to watch the Otter boys open their season. So a lot of excitement as the seasons are set to open. So looking forward to seeing what the Otters can get done against the Marshall Tigers. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back with Isaac Vattenstall, head coach of the Otters.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Serving you best.
Hey, we're back here. Before we talk to head coach Vattenstall, we'll name our Toyota Quality Player of the Game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. For screen printing and embroidery on custom apparel, the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls, or call them at 998-4027. Our quality player of the game tonight is going to be junior number 10, Aubrey Nelson. And again, Aubrey didn't have any goals in the game, but she was tough in the D zone, blocked a lot of shots, had good sticks, and she did have a pair of assists in this game. And so she played an excellent game. And so again, our quality player of the game tonight is Aubrey Nelson. So the Otters will turn the page and look towards Alexandria next week. And again, we'll have that game for you here on Channel 977, and also it'll be a streaming game as well. Isaac Vattenstall will join me. And so we're on camera, too. We're on the radio, too. But you'll improve the picture quite a bit. So, but looks super nice. But I tell you what, Isaac, what a scrappy first 2 periods, you know what I mean, by our team. And I was thinking, one of the things you got the girls to buy in, we blocked a lot of shots because they, especially the second part of the second period, they really turned up the volume.
Yeah, they did, and I really liked the effort from our girls. The first 2 periods were a lot of fun, and the third period we just kind of got a little tired. And when we got tired, we kind of forgot about some of the little things. And Wayzata just kind of kept pressing on that. And they're a good team, but when you have a lot of open ice on those 5-on-4s and 5-on-3s and 4-on-4s, a good team's going to capitalize on that, and I think that kind of is what happened. But we did do a lot of good things in that game, and it was really fun to see them build upon, again, the things that we've been working on. But, one of those things specifically was get in front of those shots because they're going to have opportunities, and they have good shots. So that did help.
Yeah, they were a nice team. There's no doubt about that. And but it was good to get on the board. Hannah and Avery both got unassisted goals on turnovers and that, too. But that was a good start.
Oh, it was, and I thought what was great about that was it shows the tenacity of this team. Is they were pressing them, and I don't think they were really ready for it. And when they're taking a timeout with 3 minutes into the first period, or 3 minutes left to go in the first, there's a reason they're doing that. They're trying to reset their team and say, hey, settle down, because I don't think they were ready for it, which I thought was good.
And then 3-2 after 2 periods, shots were 34-14, and in that second period, Olivia really had a good second period, didn't she?
Oh, she was absolutely phenomenal today. 54 shots in total, that's a lot of shots. And I thought she did a really good job of tracking that puck. Dee were doing a good job again of keeping them to the outside, not really giving away the middle, but she was doing really well on those second shots too, and those rebounds were there, and maybe we were picking those girls up coming to the net.
We did get a couple power play goals. Rachel again had another nice goal, and she got a strong shot at the point, doesn't she?
Oh yeah, it's nice having her up at the top of the key. She moves well, she's quick, and the D are making really good reads. So it's nice to be able to do that. But when you get that traffic in front, that also helps too. So it helps when she has a shot, but it helps when the goalie can't see it.
Ashton Wohlers gets rewarded too. A good chip along the boards, and she's got a nice shot.
Yeah, she does, and I was happy to see her get one because she's just an absolute bulldog, all over the ice. And it's fun to see her because working hard and then get rewarded with that, like you said.
So we reset things now. You're ready for Alexandria. Now, Wayzata plays Alex tomorrow, so we get a little measuring stick there too.
Yeah, well, it will. And I wish them luck when they're going through the line to play Alec. But the thing that I really want the girls to recognize is that that wasn't an 8-4 game. It turned into an 8-4 game, but it really didn't play out that way. That third period really we kind of got wore down. But that if we could bring those first and second periods into the game coming into Tuesday and play all three that way, it's going to be pretty fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Isaac.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Isaac Bottensall, head coach of the Otters. Again, the Otters will take on Alexandria next Tuesday. Don't forget to tune in to Jason Retzlaff tomorrow on KJ Country 96.5 FM. My thanks to David Bishop, our game site engineer and cameraman. There he is, and does a great job, even though he's a Packer fan. He's got his Packer hat on, but the Otters lose it 8-4. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and have a good rest of the weekend.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Sports Video Streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups. Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game. The Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated. Fergus Falls Monument. Otter Tail Coaches. Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's. FM Bank. Service Food. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating. Splash Express. American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls. Lake Country Graphics. LB Homes. And by Running Stitches Embroidery. We hope you enjoyed this KBRF video sports streaming presentation. You can see this game and others by going to KBRFradio.com, clicking on sports streaming, the KBRF Radio YouTube page, and on the